but I still love the animal, and they give me a lot of enjoyment.
The term that's often used to describe that relationship that toads have with people is homophilic, which means that they just love people. And this is true in so many different ways because we are just so kind to the toads. Usually we don't know that we're being so kind to them, but we provide places for them to live around our gardens, under garden gnomes, in pipes, under houses. We supply dinner for them many nights when we turn lights on, and the toads sit around the lights and they eat the insects that come along.
Well, as you see now, I have quite a few which I attract by using a light which is not very powerful, which attracts insects, and also occasionally I feed them with scats.
Well, I started feeding toads whiskets because they started robbing the cat's dish of whiskets. So I used to put dishes of whiskets out. They didn't come inside. So everybody was happy.
You can hear now a noise probably in the background, which is a toad, which is probably mating. And that's what I like about them.
The way they dart at things, the way they hide, and they're cunning enough to peek out behind things. They can be behind a leaf or something like that. If you're quick enough, you'll see their eyes watching wherever you go.
I definitely think they're a harmless animal and nobody's got any right to fear about them.
I'm not sure whether I would call them pets exactly, but they're mates, as far as I'm concerned.
We often see them mating right here in front of us on the lawn. They are a magnificent animal if you just take the care and watch them and just see how they act under different circumstances.
That's the hard question, to think of them as friends. They're just friends. Friends, I suppose, because they're around the place. You get used to them, you look for them. They're singing, they're calling. It's not only a pleasant noise, it's a friendly noise, and I love it.
They are harmless, and they jump on us, jump on my feet, and they have no fear at all of coming near me or anybody that's with me.
Well, as a matter of fact, there are some people up here that would like the cane toad recognised for what it has done for Queensland particularly, and they were going to in fact erect a statue in its honour at Gordonvale on the road approaches to Cairns.
Well, the proposal to commemorate the cane toad was brought before the Bicentennial Committee of the Mulgrave Shire Council to record a unique part of North Australia's history. It was released from Moringa, just outside Gordonvale. It was going to be a cane toad bust of around about 1 metre in height, sitting on a two-foot pedestal, so all up about 5 feet. And it was going to be a photographer's delight, and the kids could sit on its shoulders and whatnot. And all together, it was going to be, we thought, like the dog sitting on the tucker box 5 miles from Gundagai, and with that sort of tourist potential.
Oh, surely this bastard can't be in his right frame of mind. Fancy anyone wanted to erect a monument or a stone or some form of remembrance to this creature that's been brought in.
The council eventually came to the conclusion it wasn't in their best interest to do so. Personally, I was extremely disappointed because I felt that this was our big chance to get a unique feature into our tourist development industry, our young developing tourist industry, where it was very special. And the fact that that didn't come to fruition, and I might add, with not spending a penny of ratepayers' money because it was a bicentennial project, I felt that we just missed the boat just a little bit.
Well, Bill Coburn from the Department of Defence came and seen me and asked could I bind a book for Prince Charles and Lady Di for the wedding present. And he said he wanted something very special. And I thought, oh, cane toads. It took me about a month to more or less join 5, 6 skins together, and that's the finished product. The Department of Defence received a letter from Buckingham Palace, and it reads, "We are both overwhelmed by your great kindness in thinking of sending us such a splendid wedding present. Thank you so much for taking all the trouble to find something which is so greatly appreciated and will bring so much pleasure to both us throughout our married life. Yours sincerely, Charles."
The cane toad poison is a mixture of several compounds, and one group of compounds are steroids which affect heart muscle, and these are known as bufotoxins generally. Well, these of course are the toxins that kill.
As a mammologist, I always had native animals around me that I was studying all the time, and I had a western native cat that was effectively a pet. It had been with us for about 5 years, and had been very important to me as a study animal. The moment we got to Brisbane, I let the thing out into the backyard, as I was accustomed to doing. It had the run of the outside and the inside. And the first thing it did, it rushed over and grabbed what, to me, in the dark, looked like a gigantic frog. Never even thought about what it was. And I didn't think anything more about it than that. That's a natural thing for a native cat to do. But about 2 minutes later, the animal was obviously in some kind of trouble. It was beginning to sort of stick its tongue out and salivating, rolling around on the ground. Within 20 minutes, that beautiful, unique animal, which I can only say I was totally in love with. This was something I was really wrapped up in. Died in my arms in technic contractions.
The glands that produce the toxic material are located in the skin, but they're aggregated over the shoulder in this region here and here. And if you were to press these glands, well, you should cover your eyes with glasses if you're going to engage in this type of activity. Then, if you were to press these glands here, there, you can see the venom shoot out, did you?